There's a dog on you.
There is a dog on me, and I'm very happy about it.
That's a pretty good looking dog.
It's a perfect dog.
We just left CanJam New York City, 2024. That is the year it is, isn't it?
I believe so. That's what they tell me.
They're going pretty fast right now. It was a fun year, and we saw and heard a lot of cool things, saw and heard a lot of cool people, and I guess we should talk about it.
There was a few interesting things that launched at the event. I don't want to plug my own thing too much, but the one with GoldenSound.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean, I'll talk about it. It was really cool. There is a mode on it that is a soundstage sort of mode. There's settings for headphones and speakers. There's an impact mode. And my personal opinion, it's just the right amount where it's subtle, but it's really noticeable when you turn it off. When you turn it back off, you're like, whoa, I need to turn that right back on. It's just the right amount, because usually those settings, when they're really strong, then it ends up being too much, so it's just the right amount. I really enjoy it. I want to get one in.
It's extremely good. I really like being able to configure it. That's something that a lot of hi-fi is lacking. Even my own designs, it's like no features at all. But to have features that actually work and are correctly implemented, it's like this is like the only thing that's done it that I've ever seen. I've seen all these like tube modes, spatial enhancement, crossfeeds. You can literally, like, everything works. It's brilliant.
the Felix Envy, that was one which luckily I got to spend a little bit of time with at home, and I was very sad when I had to leave. And I think a couple people bought it at the show because that was fantastic as well.
Yeah, it's a special edition, right?
Yeah, they're only making 25 of them. It's to celebrate their 25th anniversary.
It has different internals, a whole... Well, you made a whole video about it.
Yeah, there's a whole video. There'll be a little clip up here. You can click the link in the description to go watch that. Another thing that didn't technically launch at the show, but a lot of people are going to be interested in, is the Gris phone. That was one which we tried at previous events and had some issues with it. What did you think of the revision that was quite different at this show?
I'm going to play a clip from Super Review right here that will explain my thoughts on it. Okay, show. What is the worst thing you heard at the show?
The worst. Easy answer. It's not difficult.
What is it?
It was the worst thing I heard at the last show.
What was that?
I'm sorry, Axel Grell.
Oh, damn, our boy. He just hung about to dry. It's a shame. I really, really like Axel Grell. I love the fit and feel of his headphone. The tuning is kind of wacky to me. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll change it because they've already changed it a few times. So
it feels like it could be really good with a few small changes. It's not like it's miles off. It's just, I hope they listen to feedback and make a few final touches before actually shipping it to purchasers. Because yeah, right now it's just got a couple issues that really prevent it from being a good headphone.
Yeah, -1 treble peak and I would enjoy it a lot more.
I didn't get to spend too much time with it, but you spent some time with the Fathom from Campfire Audio anyway. What did you think of that?
I don't know if you guys remember when Campfire released the Andromeda. It was like a big deal for a long time. Andromeda was the hot ticket IEM. And while it's been, I guess, a bit more outpaced some these days, Fathom actually, I think, is the best thing that Campfire has released so far. I like it better than the OG Andromeda. And it's definitely not as fine-tuned as some of the modern IEMs that I hear around, things like the Megafest, which I won't shut up about.
I still need to give that a listen.
You should. It's in this room.
All right, we'll fix that afterwards.
Andrew Park didn't get to listen to it.
Aurus Sierra. Juan.
Oh, yes.
What are you selling?
Headphones.
What?
What are you buying?
Headphones.
So debuting today, or yesterday really, this is the Aurus acoustic Sierra open back. It's taking basically everything that made the original Aurus, which DMS reviewed, so good in terms of the driver, and just applying it to a completely new enclosure. The speaker is offset behind, further from the ear, and angled 5 degrees towards the ear, so it's a little bit more like a speaker style experience. It doesn't obstruct the pin for most wearers, and generally that should help a lot for giving a really nice sound stage.
That was actually very good.
I was really impressed.
I was too. At its price point, I think that it's really competitive. The only thing I'm really looking forward to is, feeling the build quality of non-prototype models, because the headband was FTM printed and whatnot. But the comfort was great. The sound was great. Overall, it was just a headphone that was like, wow, this is one man making this. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
It was kind of almost like the same thing I feel about Mod House Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan's got the tungsten now, which is getting, well-deserved, a lot of hype recently.
Yeah, that was all over the show.
Yeah, everyone had that all over the place. The Sierra, though, I like it because it's using passive filters. It's not just tuned with the driver itself, but he's actually got passive electrical components to change the frequency response to try and get closer to the target that he was working for. Yeah, and it works really well. And then one more, which we've both spent some time with, Meze Lyric 2.
That is one of the headphones.
It is a headphone.
It is a headphone. Oh, she left. She was offended.
She's upset about it as well.
Yeah, it's a headphone that, and we have content coming out on this. It's a headphone that was better than Lyric 1, but not as good as things like E3.
Yeah. Interestingly, in the marketing material, they talked about the quarter wavelength resonator module, I believe it's called.
Yes.
It was intended to try and address some of the peaks above 7 kilohertz. What actually ended up happening, though, was that the mid-range on the Lyric 2 is vastly improved from the Lyric 1.
Yep.
But then the treble is worse.
Yep, the treble is very spicy.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's 10 or so dB above neutral at points.
And there is still the problems of varying bass seal from person to person.
Yeah.
We also got to talk to the guys from Head Audio in Berlin. They're really, really cool. I like those guys a lot. They were coming up to all of us and they were like, hey, give us feedback about our headphone.
That's one of the things which I really like about them. There's a lot of companies which kind of do their own thing, and sometimes it ends up really well, sometimes it doesn't work out so good, and they're definitely one of the ones where they actively encourage feedback and try and develop things to iterate based upon that feedback.
Yeah.
I actually went to Berlin a couple months ago, and we've got a video coming about that soon.
Yeah, actually, I'm really looking forward to that one because the editor that we have working on that project is really, really good.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, he's I don't know how much I can say about that, but he's a guy who used to edit for LTT, so he's just like very good at what he does.
Yeah, he's probably got more keyboards than anyone else on the planet. I think we can say that.
Yeah, that's very safe to assume.
Yeah.
So, of course, something else fun at CanJam is not just the things that are launching, the things that are new, but also just wild experiences you can have there. One of the rooms, the Abyss guys, whom I'm sure a lot of you know, that I used to work with them years ago, they had a reel-to-reel setup in their room, which was really cool. You don't see things like that often. Every pluck is wild.
It's good?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to try this.
That'd be doing the wiggle good. There is just something about an analog setup that's just different.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. That, with that amp, these headphones, that's very nice.
There was that. There was a amp that had nipples. There were a bunch of interesting things.
Yeah, the nipple amp was interesting. It was actually really good. I
Yeah.
liked it. Yeah, that's one of the best amps I've heard. It's an energizer for E-Stats. It was one of the best things I've heard the Stax X9000 on. That reel-to-reel setup was cool as well.
It was left and right channel, so you have to twist both nips at the same time.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah,
And,
definitely intentional.
They showed us some pictures. They went to Warner Records right before the show, and they actually got the original reel tapes from that. That's what was playing there, and that was on the reel-to-reel system itself, the Riviera AIC-10, and the Abyss 1266, and that was a very cool experience. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was. I listened to Fleetwood Mac on the reel-to-reel setup in the Abyss room, and it was like... It was everything. I cannot describe the amounts of articulation coming off that system, but it was very intense.
Do you have a particular favorite thing that you heard at the show, be it something new, something old, something that you just hadn't tried before?
Subtonic Storm was really cool. A lot of people like Subtonic Storm. It's very expensive. I still like Megafest more.
The $500 one?
Yeah, I like Megafest more. I really like E3. And during the show, I just wanted... Like, I loved the show, but I wanted to get to the end of the day because I wanted to listen to my IEMs more, my Megafest. And I was like, at the end of the show, I was so excited. I was like, man, I'm going to get my E3 back after the show and I can start listening to that again. Yeah. So I heard a lot of stuff I loved at the show. There was a white Mod House tungsten there.
That was really pretty.
Oh my God.
He did a great job with that.
Ryan, please make more of those.
You should seriously make that available as just a thing. I mean, we've luckily both got custom color ones, which I'm very thankful for. But
got a yellow one back there. But
that white one was gorgeous.
Chef's kiss. Many things. Brain.
I got to try the Stax Sigma for the first time.
You did.
Someone brought the pair and
Well, half of a Stax Sigma.
half, yeah, they didn't have a headband. He just pulled 2 massive cubes out of his backpack. For those who don't know, the Stax Sigma is a very old Stax model, which looks, well, have a look at this clip.
What's your head again, say?
It's a bit of a ridiculous looking headphone. It's
It is.
a big set of boxes that you attach to the side of your head, and it was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Drivers on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, grill phone style.
Proper actual ear speakers
Yeah.
rather than just headphones. Yeah, that was surprisingly good. For a headphone with that larger front volume especially, the bass extension was excellent.
Yeah, it is.
And
yeah.
it's an E-stat.
That's very close to being one of the best things I've heard.
Right?
It's really
It's-
close.
you-
It's just very slightly too damp. Very slightly.
Which I bet if you took all the huge amounts of damping
Bullshit
material
out, yeah.
out, then actually maybe it would work. They are actually shockingly good.
I might get one of these.
I don't think you actually went up.
I
but
did not.
The Audio Technica amplifier,
Narakami.
it's the most beautiful looking. The video doesn't do it justice. In person, that amp is absolutely stunning,
And expensive.
and it's $108,000.
Yeah.
I had an okay time with it. It was fine. I don't think because the amp wasn't that great, because a lot of people who went there with tungstens and things
Right.
said that it was fantastic. I just didn't like the headphones that they had with it.
Would you rather have the exact Audio Technica setup they had up there with a $100,000 amp plus whatever headphones they had, or a 6XX and an Atom?
Moondrop Kato, which is $200. So I'd like to try that again with a Susvara or something. But yeah, unfortunately the headphones there, themselves held it back quite a bit. Cool experience though, and I hope that they bring that more to CanJam. If you do go to a CanJam and try that, bring some of your own headphones with you, something that you know well, so you can actually evaluate the amp a bit.
Cost Porta Pro.
As well as just all the audio gear though, it's always fantastic to see some old and new friends and some of the experiences outside the show. And one thing that I always look forward to about CanJams is wherever Sam Roney from Deconi Audio is going to take us to dinner.
Oh, yeah.
That man, you know how some people just have superpowers? This
Carbs.
man, he can just find the best Italian restaurant in any city in the world. It doesn't matter where it is. The one he took me to in London is still one of the best restaurants I've ever eaten at in my life. And the one in New York was almost as good as well. As that man, thank you very much for dinner. He does know the best places to eat. If he ever gives you a recommendation, you damn well go there.
Yeah, absolutely. I was in Munich, and he was just like, oh, yeah, I know this Italian place down the road. It's like, of course you do. Let's go there. And it was amazing. It was still, every time somehow it's the best Italian food I've ever eaten in my life because carbs are his superpower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was incredible. We got to see Mark S. That was fun.
Character that maybe is standing out to me a little bit is this guy. Like, I feel like I've seen that in HD 800 measurements.
Yeah.
Is
that your final answer?
It is a little dipped up here and bright up here, so I'm gonna go with HD 800.
That is correct.
This one definitely looks familiar. This is very familiar. I'm gonna guess MM500.
That's correct.
Oh.
Well,
You have a CanJam New York City 2024 headphones.com email.
Beautiful. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's a nice embroidery on that.
We got to spend some time with the listener. Resolve.
I love saying I'm a listener. I don't get to
Listener's
see him enough.
incredible.
He's great.
Yeah, he's like one of the best people in this industry. Resolve made it over the border, so we got to hang out with him. He didn't really do anything on video, but he was hanging out around the booth and, having a good old time. Having as good of a time as he could have.
Yep.
He appears in group photos, not smiling, but he's there.
Yeah, that's his superpower. It's like the opposite of the guy from How I Met Your Mother. It's whenever you take a photo of him, it'll be a frown or a neutral expression. You cannot take a photo of him smiling. It's not possible.
Or shock.
Or shock.
Yeah. ZMF had a new headphone.
Yes,
Bokeh Open that's not for sale yet, but it was really cool.
it was cool.
Yeah.
And it's really competitive in terms of pricing as well.
It is. It's like one of his cheapest headphones he's made so far in terms of overall MSRP. I'm glad that he's pushing into more and more affordable price brackets.
Yeah, me too. Because I think you and I, we both have the ZMF Atrium as our daily driver headphone. That's what we reach for the most.
It's right there.
It's so good.
It really is.
And the Bokeh is excellent and about a third of the price, I believe. So
Yeah.
that I'm excited just because it means it can get into more people's hands. Zach's stuff is fantastic. And I think the Bokeh is probably going to sell a lot just because that sound at that price is extremely desirable. There's not really much else which I think is a direct competitor to that. Obviously,
Yeah,
there's
not
other
really.
headphones at that price, but nothing that gives you that kind of sound signature.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things at that price point. There's the Sierra, there's the LCD2 Classic, the Focal Clear, but they're all very different in flavor.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one headphone at that price point that's like very put yourself back in an armchair and really hear the grit of a guitar and just take a nap.
That on a tube amp, dark voice or something.
Yep.
Some whiskey and just have a good relaxing time.
Relaxation as a headphone embodied. That's ZMF.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I love CanJam so much. I look forward to them all year. It's always the highlight of my year. And it's just so much fun to spend time with all the people who are so enthusiastic about this hobby, to try all the new exciting stuff, and also the fun that we get up to around the shows as well. We are in Nashville right now.
That we are.
Yes. and
Nashville, Tennessee.
within 5 minutes of being in Nashville, I'd seen about 5 people with guitars, 3 hot chicken places, 4 places playing country music. So I,
Trucks with big wheels.
yes,
Yep. There's a guy riding a lawnmower
a
down the road.
lawnmower in front of
Yeah.
a lifted truck,
Yep.
and several billboards advertising guns. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm having a proper American vacation right now.
We lined up a frequency response chart down a range, would call out a frequency and then try and shoot the that specific frequency we'd call out with a 30-06, and it was a good time.
Yeah, we need a reference target.
Low here, that like kind of 200 hertz-ish dip, going up, ear gain, and rolling off.
All right. I would say that's pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Very
Yeah.
fun.
And this guy shot a quarter at 100 yards with a 30-06.
Get in. I think I'm automatically eligible for American citizenship now. I think that's how
so.
it works.
Yeah. You got it. You got it.
Yeah,
Feel the freedom coursing through your veins.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I hadn't shot in a long time, but turns out I'm still a pretty good shot. So I'm
Better
happy
shot than
about
I
that.
am, that's for sure.
I almost died.
That's true. Yeah.
I blame Skedra for this. My spice tolerance went kind of through the roof the last couple of years. Hattie B's beat me. I went for the second hottest one that they've got, the chicken sandwich, and that
Which
was
is the damn hot flavor.
that was the damn hot flavor, and that was
Yep.
good. I like that.
He knocked that out of the park.
Then I, as a British person in Tennessee, asked if I could try the spiciest one that they've got, and the waiter clearly took that as a I'm gonna knock this British bastard down a couple pegs.
Yeah.
And he damn well did. They caked that in the hottest one, and I took 2 bites and called it a day.
He demolished the hot sandwich. I say he demolished.
That was the second hottest one,
Yeah.
and now I'm gonna attempt this one and hopefully not die. So we'll see.
Yeah, this is the hottest one. The guy said it's on the house for him. So there you go. Yeah. Building up a little bit.
It's building.
Yeah. How hot is it?
That one's like a lot buff. That one's a step up. Yeah.
Proper Nashville hot chicken. Yeah, from across the table, it made my eyes water just from the smell.
Yeah, you could smell it a few feet away as he was bringing it, well
Yeah.
before you even laid eyes on it. It
Delicious
was,
though.
It was good.
Yeah, but
It's
you can
just-
see why the food in this state will kill you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Oh yeah.
It's been a fantastic week, and I'm already looking forward to SoCal. And hopefully you
yeah.
guys are going to be there as well. Come and say hi. I'm sure there's going to be lots of exciting things to try.
Yeah, and everybody who came up and talked to us at New York, it was great seeing you guys. A lot of familiar faces and a lot of new ones as well. This is always one of the best things about these shows, is getting to see the people who are like, hey, I watch your videos. What do you think about this? That's why I'm there. I could try all these different headphones and things at home if I want. I can say, yeah, so-and-so, send me that headphone. I'll try it at home with my amp. But I go to the shows because it's fun to interact with you guys.
Yeah. It's been a fantastic trip. I love CanJam, and thank you very much for having me here as well. I've had a good time in
course.
Tennessee. I'm not actually here to see you, though. I gotta say that the most enjoyable bit has been the dog. I don't really care about you.
No, that's fine. I completely understand. Yeah, she's the reason why Josh comes to visit me too.
Oh yeah, no,
Just
he doesn't
hang
care.
out with her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the dog. The dog's perfect. So.
Yeah, I can't bring her to trade shows. She would get all the attention. No one would ever.
Yeah,
listen
no
to
one would buy
headphones.
anything.
Yeah.
No one would try any headphones. Just have a crowd of people around this perfect dog.
Yeah, she must be protected at all costs. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap this up. I hope we see you guys in SoCal. If we saw you in New York, thank you for coming by. I'll see you guys next time. If you like this video, leave a like down below, a comment, let me know what you want to see in the future. If you want to get active in the community, you can hit the Discord or the forum, both available at the link in the video descriptions. Always don't forget to stick around and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Until next time, guys. Peace.